Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Hamza from Thehamzasaab.com, and in today's video, we're going to be making a hip-hop piano flute beat using only Logic Pro stock plugins. Let's get into this video. If you're interested in music production tips and tricks and other related content, hit the subscribe button with the notification bell so you won't miss out on the next video. And with that being said, let's get into this beat. Alright guys, I'm going to set the BPM to 87. I've been trying to experiment more with this tempo range. I feel like I always go for like a 140, 150, or 90. So I kind of want to see how it comes out because most of the classic hip hop sounds are usually around this tempo range. So we'll see how it comes out. We're going to go to piano, Bose Endeavor Grand Piano. What I'm going to do is come up with a melody and chord progression. Once I have that, I'm going to create two separate tracks. One is going to have effects on it, one will not because I want you to see the difference. I just finished adding in the keys. Let's hear the version before the effects. And now I'm going to show you the version with the effects. Woo! Night and day difference. And now I'm going to show you how I got that effect. I changed the EQ in this area here. I added a compressor on it with the vintage VCA, left it the way it is. Added some overdrive on it with 0.75 dB. I put the tone at 1700. Added some spaces on it with the jazz vocal room. I changed the tail in this area here, and I put the wet at -19. Let's hear it one more time. Nice. And now that we have that, we're going to add in the flute. I just finished putting in the Native American flute. Let's hear it before the effects. And now I'm going to show you the version with the effects. So much better. And now I'm going to show you how I got that effect. I put some overdrive on it with 5.5 dB, the tone at 1600. I changed the EQ in these areas here. I put a slight dip because it was sounding really sharp. I went to spaces on there. I put the factory default, put the wet at -8, and I changed the tail in this area here. Let's hear it one more time. Nice. And now that we have that, we're going to add in the bass line. I just finished adding in the bass line. I went to sampler, turned on filter 1 and filter 2, upped up the drive and resolution, changed it from poly to mono, changed the EQ in this area right here, put some overdrive on it with 11 dB, tone at 650. I put a sub bass with the bass booster. Let's hear it all together. Nice. And now that we have that, we're going to add in some drums. We're going to hit the plus icon, click create, electronic drum kit, scroll all the way down to kit pieces. I'm going to look for a hi-hat that works. So when I find one, I'm going to add in a straight line of 8th note hi-hats. Once I add the other drum elements like the kick, snare, and open hat, that's when I'll go back and adjust the hi-hat pattern. Okay guys, I went with the hi-hat 1 modern disco. Let's hear it all together. And now that we have that, we're going to add in a snare. I'm going to go with the snare Sapphire. Command A, Q to quantize, Command A, lower the velocity, lower the volume a little bit. Let's hear it all together. Nice. And now that we have that, we're going to add in the open hat. I'm going to go with the hi-hat open Roland TR 808. Command A, Q to quantize, Command A, lower the velocity, lower the volume. Let's hear it all together. And now that we have that, I'm going to add in a cymbal in the beginning. So I put the ride pile driver in the beginning. Let's hear it all together. Nice. And now that we have that, we're going to add in a kick. I finished adjusting the kick pattern, added some overdrive on it with 8.75 dB. Let's hear it all together. Nice. And now that we have that, we're going to fix the pattern on the hi-hats. I finished adjusting the hi-hat pattern, guys. I kept it really simple. Just some 16s here, some 16s here. I changed the velocity on it to give it a human feeling as well. I duplicated the track, pan went all the way to the left, pan went all the way to the right. Let's hear it all together. Nice. And now that we have that, I might add some variations on the drums just to spice it up a little bit. So I added some adjustments over here with the kick and the snare pattern. I'll show you how it sounds all together. And now that we got that, we're gonna arrange the beat. Easiest way to do that, guys, Command A, Command R, repeat it all over. I'm gonna start deleting and shifting things around, and I'll be back with the final result. I finished coming up with the arrangement. I separated the piano key notes, so you have the higher octave on one track, and then you have the lower octaves on one track. So we're gonna have the lower octaves coming in first. We have it joined by the higher octaves. We drop all the drums, including the bass on, and then we bring in the flute, and we start taking things apart. Let's hear it all together. I love the keys on this one. It's very different from what I normally go for. We'll bring in the flute. This part right here is such a vibe. And I try to switch up the drums, you know, give it more of a realistic feeling to it. And that's the beat all wrapped up, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button with the notification bell. Also leave a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comment section below and let us know what you want to see, because I want to provide you with the best possible value. I'm also available on social media at Thehamzasaab on Instagram, on Twitter, and Facebook. Links in the description. Have a wonderful day, guys.